This is an ad by BetterHelp. Guys, think about all the things in your life you want to make better. And think about all the struggles in your life that you want help with. Well, you can't get help if you're not willing to ask for it. And you can't make things better if you're doing the same old thing all the time. So if you've never tried therapy, it's time to give it a try with BetterHelp. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. And it works with an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Neds. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Neds.
All right, hear me out. It's 18 years later. Ned just lost his wife, his kids, and his job. He's down bad. He makes his way over to Figueroa. He's looking for something a little nice, you know what I mean? He passes by two females. He doesn't like it. He keeps strolling down the block. He comes across a female at a distance that he thinks he likes. He pulls up on her. He gets closer. Boom. It's Mose. They get to talking like, what the fuck's going on? Why are you out here, Mose? What's happening? Out of nowhere, black Escalade pulls up. She's like, oh no, I gotta go, my pimp's here. Black window rolls down. It's fucking Cookie.
Ned, Cookie, Cookie, Mose. Ned, Cookie, Cookie, Mose, Mose, Mose. Ned, Cookie, Cookie, Mose. Ned, Cookie, Cookie, Mose. Ned, Cookie, Cookie, Mose. Ned, Cookie, Cookie, Mose.
Wow,
There it is.
man.
That's
Wow. Well, that was fun.
The
Man.
first Nedspod short form content.
the show. Hey,
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments how you felt about it.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I have feelings about it. Guys, that was too...
So that drunk history,
yeah, that
drunk history idea was all Dev. Dev came up with that.
Devon, you're like, the lips gotta line up. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
we can make
well,
it happen.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, it also helped us shoot because shooting without sound just makes it easier for us to do. But then to do that, like the lines the guy did was so funny. What was his name? Timothy? Who, I think it's Timothy who gave
He
that.
killed it, man.
Timothy.
Himothy. That's Himothy.
nailed
Yeah,
it, man.
thank you guys for watching.
Himothy.
For listeners of the pod, if you're just listening on Spotify, head over to our YouTube. Just watch the beginning of this episode. Basically what happened was the first episode of the podcast back from our break in April, that voice message, fan submitted voice message of the darkest idea for a Ned's continuation. It was too good not to turn into a little short video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Dan, it was a pleasure to put that together with you. Linz,
Hey.
you always look amazing on screen,
Yeah,
okay?
No, turn up. Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
I
That
figured
was-
I've been
Go ahead,
popping that director's hat on for other projects, so I'm like, yo, dudes, let's do it. The fans kept asking for it. Like, I'm so glad we got to
Dan,
put it
I'm so
together, man.
impressed with how you edited it, starting with the music and that dance you see at the gas pump between like him just putting enough in. He's got $5 in the account or whatever. It goes up to 502.
Oh yeah,
You
he's
told
struggling with that.
You told that story in such an
Me too.
interesting way. I loved that it was all that, and then I finally came in, to Devon's face. But that opening was great.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, Dev, we talked about it on the day. Like, I'm like, no, we got to get a insert shot of him fiddling with that pump, man. Like, he's struggling here. All right, $5 max. That's all he can get. And
Yeah,
it
he's
really
like, you think you
sells
can
the
stop
despair.
it at the $5? And we just like, yeah, it's such a great way to tell the
Dude, you got it
story
spot
of me struggling.
on the.
Yeah.
You got it spot on the 5 on one of the cuts, but I liked it better because we shot on the red and then the Osmo, and they have 2 different sensors. I like the red look more, so I kept the one where it landed on 502.
502, yeah.
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 Nah, so fun. I mean, I loved the way you just put the shoot together,
Yeah.
Dan. Like, that was really smooth. We shot that Super Gorilla in LA one night. It was really fun to make.
DTLA, yeah. Shout out Justin Riley. My
Definitely.
boy Anthony came out as well to do some like low-key gaffing a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, Timothy. Tim's just out here. That's his name on Instagram. Tim's just out here. If you want to know the narrator, he killed it, man.
Yes, thank you for
Tim's
that
just out
hilarious
here is
Tim's
his
just out here.
fan message. And Dan, this was
I
not.
also.
Go ahead, Linz.
Yo.
We're
Is there
like
a
some
big
weird,
delay?
Like our
Yeah, is there
flow?
is there a
are we
huge
okay?
delay?
There were moments of delay there.
Like
Yeah,
right
I
now,
feel
Dan.
like the lag
is
between-
this delayed right now?
Like we're not going to be able to tell, but I feel like there is based on how you're freezing and pausing, and we're talking at the same time. I don't know.
Oh, you were pausing a bunch for me, Dev.
Weird.
You were pausing a little bit for me.
Weird. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm hearing that echo again for some reason.
Weird. I mean,
So I
I'm
know
on
there's
my.
a delay.
Yeah, weird. But what were you going to say, Linz? Go for it.
I was just going to say big shout out and thank you to Avati Auto who provided us with that sick Escalade that Dan
Avati
was
Auto.
pulling up with
Pulled
his
up in that
big
thing.
schlong. I mean, your schlong was basically in that
Pulled
short
up
film,
in that
Dan.
big black thing.
But big thanks to Avati Auto because that really like cinched it up. We had the right tools.
Oh, yeah.
For that.
And
look.
it was last minute. He answered the
Yeah.
call. Like, that was
Yeah.
so
Thank
great,
you so
man.
much, man.
Alyssa
You're the
helped him
best.
pull that
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And Lauren, everybody, can we recognize Lomac at the
Oh,
beginning?
Lomac was also in the
Okay.
beginning of the project, yeah.
I didn't get to really see what she was doing, but I loved her whole like turn to the camera. I loved
Dude,
that.
I gotta send her the other clips. Like, I gotta do like a director's cut or something like that. Because
Yeah.
she had a bunch of moments in there. And I'm like, I just gotta keep it snappy. Because the audio was only like 20
It's a short.
seconds
Yeah,
max.
it's a short audio.
So I had to find those areas to kind of like stretch it out, man. And then the end song, dude, Golly Morgan Smalley. She's
Golly
incredible.
Morgan Smalley.
Ned,
Ned,
Cookie
Dan,
Cookie Mo.
Your
Ned,
choice
Cookie,
to
Cookie
throw
Mo.
that in the edit was a surprise and a great surprise. I really, that was such a troll to
So
bring
good.
that
Hey.
song in.
Dude, I was like, they'll either love it or hate it because it breaks the kind of energy and the mood of the show, but it's like in the perfect way because, you know, comedy's our thing. So
I loved
I feel like you
it.
could see the whole rest of the night played out in that weird song.
I loved it. It's such a troll move to bring that song in at the end. So yeah, thanks to all our fans of the recent iteration of the pod, and thanks for continuing to submit your voices and just your comments and your messages. It gives us energy. This just came out of like a necessity of feeling the energy of that idea and it being too funny not to film together. So thanks for being here through this as we continue to be friends, be creatives, and live our lives and feed you content.
yeah, buddy.
And we have decided that this would be a fun little series for us to make if we got more good short stories or something cohesive that, you know, isn't going to take a ton to film, but give us a little fan fiction that you'd maybe like to
send
see
it over.
put up.
Exactly.
Appropriate, obviously.
Yeah, DM us on our Instagram, if you have ideas or just funny things to riff on of a similar idea like this. But man, Timothy is going to be hard to beat. He just told he just painted such a picture in such efficient time. It was like 35 seconds of start, middle, and finish. Like, my
Now, do you think-
goodness.
Great storyteller.
Do you think that was just a spontaneous get on the DM, or how long can you possibly be thinking of that?
I
before
really
you-
feel like that was spontaneous. I don't
feels
think there's no way
he was
like
just in the zone.
he was in the comedy zone.
He couldn't
Here
have
it
recorded
is.
it 3 times. I think
No.
that was a one and
No.
done.
No, it was too flowy.
We'll have to ask
Yeah.
him.
So yeah,
Hope you enjoy, guys. Share it around. We'll probably post a social cut version in the next week or so. But man, thanks for continuing to be here, and thanks for everyone who turned out to St. Paul Hobby Clash that we were at a few weeks ago. We got back from a convention.
Minnesota.
We met a lot of nice people in Minnesota. Thanks to the organizers. Thanks to everyone who showed up and got photos and had autographs and posted. That was a nice little random travel trip, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was. We hit the heat wave.
Oh my God!
Which can only mean God is smiling on us, right?
Oh,
right?
Yeah, just right in God's armpit.
Right when we're in town,
just
dude.
95 and humid.
I thought it was cold in Minnesota, and it was burning up, dude. I was like, this is too much for me, man.
Yeah.
Worse than Mississippi.
Yeah, there was us at the convention center, and Theo Vaughn played the night we were there. Didn't meet him. Didn't get in. They wouldn't let me in. I didn't buy a ticket, but I did try and storm the gates, and that security was bigger than me. So big respect. Theo Vaughn.
Big respect to you for putting it out there.
Hey, I'll get you.
No, Theo Vaughn doesn't like those fan encounters. You saw him choke out that guy?
That's so true, actually.
I was like,
did you see that clip, Lindsay?
No.
This fan, this fan, approaches him at a bar, and he literally, kind of chokes him away from him.
Yeah, I was like, Theo, what's going on, man? It was kind of like a meth choke a little bit. Like he was on a whole nother, wavelength.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on with him that day. You know how it can
Must
get.
have been tough,
I've seen Lindsay choke out a few people, so.
Yeah, it happens. Theo was playing.
Luckily, it wasn't on video. Can't get canceled again, Linz.
I swear to God, you lose consciousness.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, I get it. Look. Putting hands on somebody is never okay, but it somehow, our human bodies sometimes, terrible. It's a terrible thing.
Hey, having reach. It's tough. It's tough having reach.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I just give space when I see videos like that. It's it's easy to jump in on either side, and I'm just I don't know, dude.
And honestly, it would have really hurt me to be judged on those either
the worst
moments that I wasn't all there, or misunderstanding, or there's more nuance here. And
I mean,
but it's hard to find nuance with putting your hands on somebody.
No, it was definitely crazy aggressive, but I've been spicy at the end of conventions sometimes. So man, never put my hands on anybody, but it comes out in the tone.
It does.
I said, yeah, you like Neds Declassified? But I've been here for 3 days and 20 years.
I'm going to be honest with you. You seem to get a little lighter. Dan, have you noticed that?
Oh, Devon?
Yeah.
Since? Yeah. I think it was the weed. I think you were an angry high person. You have angry drunks. Cut out that weed. Now you're just
I feel
lighthearted.
lighter to you guys?
A little bit.
I mean, I think it's a combination of things in your life. You're getting your releases in other ways.
And maybe it's not the smoking.
I think that regular release for you it's such a pure loving thing. You know what? It's helping you.
I definitely
You are nicer to be around.
He was all stopped up before, huh?
I definitely have a lot more sweetness in my life on the regular to balance out my bitterness. So
you keep getting that sweetness. We love to hear.
So
it.
Absolutely.
That's actually so fun to hear with you guys, from the outside, because I don't know. I mean, I feel I feel good, but that's nice. I come off less.
No, you do.
He's like, it'll be all right.
It makes me pretty.
We'll figure it out.
It makes me pretty joyful because, whereas before I think you'd get deeply invested from the go with the negative in the situation. Now you kind of sit on the surface of it a little more. You're kind of just like.
So I think it's a handful of things. I do think actually the letting go of the weed keeps me less in a cycle of anxiety, stress, and then numbing and blissing out, and so I'm off the roller coaster of that, which is one. Definitely my sweet girlfriend, and also, guys, we started this pod over 2 years ago, and kind of the journey of social media that I since 2021, and I also think part of it is I have been beaten down into surrender.
Submission, if you will.
I give less fucks about all of it because I don't have stress or expectation that it's going to work. So, hey, man.
Yeah.
It's just good to be here with you guys. Whatever happens, hey, man, I'm just going to keep kind of going. So that's been a part of it, too, is I've like, not given up.
I've given out.
Right. I've given in.
I've given in. I've given
there you
in
go.
to whatever, man. I
Yeah.
don't care anymore.
Hey.
I take back what I said because I feel like I feel like I really minimized that to like releases. That was like a dumb joke, but I really think you like being like in love. Like that's what you've expressed the most out of like this relationship in your life, and it's so sweet to hear. But it's even better just because, you know, seeing it in the things that you're not saying or in the things that are changed, it like you really feel it in you, and I'm so happy
Thanks,
for
dude.
you. You
Thanks.
seem like everything's working a little more smoothly for you.
It's
let's
just
go.
smoother. I still, I
Yeah.
still have my things, and I spiral, and my mental health and all those things, but I'm moving out of them quicker, and yeah, being in love is definitely a part of that, and that's it. Life just does feel in certain areas like just smoothed out. That was part of the letting go of the weed too. Was like,
Right.
I was realizing like I'm not smooth. I'm kind of like, I'm like static and kind of like angsty. Let me try and remove things from my life I just gotta like float down the river a little more and stop fighting things.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
It's good to see.
Yeah,
Nice,
thanks.
man.
Thanks, gang.
fun.
You guys got round table offerings?
I do.
Who wants to start?
Wait, let's rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Three-way rock, paper,
whoever-
scissors. We'll see
yeah,
if there's a
whoever
one winner.
wins goes first or whoever loses goes.
Let's see how
Oh.
it works out. So rock, paper,
Three-way
scissors,
tie.
shoot.
Shoot, y'all. Okay.
Shoot.
On the
Okay. Ready?
fourth one.
Rock, paper, scissors,
Paper,
shoot.
scissors, shoot.
Oh, three-way tie. I said it.
All right, three-way tie. So it has to, we'll go until it breaks. Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors,
paper,
shoot.
scissors, shoot.
Hey, I win.
Dan wins. Rock
Damn,
beats
Dan.
two scissors.
Fine.
All right, brother. Give us
your.
Oh, so I
No,
win?
you can guess. You can
Yeah.
guess. Now you say. Do you want to go first or do you want to go last?
Oh, I want to go last.
Ready?
Yep. Rock, paper,
Rock,
scissors,
paper,
shoot.
scissors, shoot.
Oh,
So now you get to
Dev,
pick.
It's on you.
I'm going first.
Oh,
That's what I wanted from the
cool,
from the
okay.
get.
Love it.
So, I think this week what has really stretched my mind to its capacity are these World War III memes that we're seeing all over, and they are unbelievably hilarious. To the point where I'll look at it. I'll do that thing where I'll just put my head down in my thing and go. I'll look at it again. And I'm
Dang.
doing this on my bed alone. And I'm thinking, what is this like? Is this feeling okay to be having over something that feels so large? And then I thought, is this feeling changing the energy around the war industrial complex and the military industrial complex? Is there always this sort of humor that has underlaid times before great strife, right? Especially things that like are out of your control. Like this is not within the people's control what happened. So is there always this under thing of, is this humor always there? Is it something that's like new in this culture? Is it changing the energy of something? Like what is happening? That we're talking about war in this way, and where does this put our feelings? Like, is this just complete dissociation, or is it actually seeing it for what it is, and only laughter will stop? Do you know what I mean? Like, only finding how ridiculous something is. I don't know. I'm having all of these questions.
Yeah.
Like,
We're
what do you guys
definitely
think?
We're definitely desensitized, and I think it is a dissociation, especially given that, I mean, these horrible things have been going on. It just felt a little bit closer this last time because we got involved. Like, I mean, you know, when it's like, oh, your country just dropped bombs on a place, it's like, oh, what does that mean for us? And we're all in this constant state of fear. Should I say terror? But let's just say, you know, fear, because it's like, oh, maybe there's some get back that's coming towards us. Now we are shocked, but how do you get over it? You laugh about it or turn a blind eye. Like, we had been turning a blind eye because we were a little bit further from the whole conflict that was happening over there. Like, they got stuff going on in the Congo. There's plenty of stuff to know about, but when you feel like it's in your backyard or you're closer to it, then it's like, okay, now we have to respond. I don't want to respond with just straight up fear, so yeah, it's going to turn into memes. I think that's what we do. Humans make memes about stuff that is hard to talk about.
Do you think that there were, like, do you think before other wars and stuff, there has to be, like, the satirical cartoons, like, when the freaking...
I think there's always been satire, but the speed at which now nothing is sacred and the speed at which the internet can just meme any serious topic into this fucking funny, but I know the existential thing you're having with it. I have it too, where like anything can be turned into hilarious memes now, and like 1,000 of them in a day.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad for us. I mean, because like I said, I think satire has always existed as a way of coping with these bigger circumstances and traumas that are out of our control. So you satirize it so that it gives us a little like, ha 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 ha. Because I'd rather laugh than fucking cry or spiral in fear, like you said, Dan. But is it dissociating us from like the seriousness of it? I don't fucking know. Dude, literally before we hopped on fucking Riverside here, I just saw one. There is I don't know if it's real, but there is a photo from a petrified person, I think from Pompeii. And they're petrified in like, it looks like they're jerking off, like the hands like over the and I saw it as a World War III meme. Wow. It was like oh, World War III is coming, like I'm gonna assume the position, and then it's like a petrified body jerking off. I just saw that before you. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Are we unserious as as a generation? I don't know. Yes.
So then, like, we get desensitized to all of this. So then, like, we return to the Dark Ages. Like, what? I know. Which way are we going here? Is it more towards, like, we're going to be so indifferent that nobody's going to pick up a weapon? Or is it going to be, like, senseless kill? Like, I don't know. Because when you surf it of something, you, like, the opposite always wants to come into effect. So I'm so confused as to how the fuck I feel, because I can look at these... images with music under them and all of these things that are happening in other parts of the world, and I want to get violent myself. Like the feelings in my body are scary. Right. Scary to feel that way towards strangers over a conflict that I'm only, I don't know. Right. But when you see brutality happening to such innocent people, it is like I am incensed. Yeah. And then I see a fucking meme, and I'm thinking, well, we all just collectively have to go through what we have to go through. Like, what?
That's desensitization.
What is the right?
Dangerous, yeah.
Yeah, and so I just don't know exactly how to stay tuned in, because I think they've made it so that it's too hot to stay totally tuned in. You can't. Our biology was not meant to be tuned in to the amount of humanity that we are tuned into. We're not made to see and hear all of that all at the same time. So I guess it just memes goes back
pull
to
us
like
out, but I don't know that that's better.
And like the own tides of our body, like, do you feel like you can take in more? Is this resonating in a place? And I don't know. I don't even know at this point what to hold.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna hold my own hand and yours, both of yours,
dude.
And we're just gonna, I don't know, keep going.
A friend shared with me this.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
This podcast called, it's an episode of a podcast. The podcast is called The Emerald, and it's kind of like a, spiritual psychedelic podcast. But share with me this episode on singing to the beloved in times of crisis, okay? I'm only I'm only 20 minutes into this 2-hour episode, and it's already so potent. I almost played it for my roundtable, but I'm going to do something else. But basically, this dude is speaking on, like, there is so much going on in the world, this chaos outside, and it makes one feel the need to get involved, draw attention to these things, if only we could draw attention to the right problem, then we could all fix it. But then this counterintuitive thing that he's been experiencing of like, but I don't feel any of that right now. I feel the need to just sing to the beloved, which is another way of saying like, be present in the moment, create art, enjoy in the simple things that are still going on, the poetry, the sky, the birds, the trees. And then he was questioning his own, like, but is that me detaching? Is that the wrong thing to do? Is that privileged thing to do? Or have humans been doing that throughout history when things are fucked? Like, do you just connect to, can I hold space for what's beautiful in the moment? 'Cause getting all swept up in the chaos, man, I don't know. Right now, that's not serving me, but I don't want to be so detached that I'm not holding space for humanity. I don't know.
Yo,
I'll send you
that's
that,
so real.
that
That's so
episode,
real.
though. It's really interesting.
There was this French...
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's real. There was this French like psychologist. His name was Henry Bergson, and he talked about laughter. And I just pulled up a couple pieces. But the way he referred to laughter and its origins were essentially saying that laughter was a form of correction. Like you think of people in groups. If you other someone and you're gonna laugh at someone who fell and split their pants or something like that, it's like, ha ha ha, look at him splitting his pants. We do that so that, you know, we get a high from the fact that we didn't split our pants, and he gets a low from the fact that, oh, this is a correction. I shouldn't do this next time. No, I'm just saying, like, I really was trying to break down the science of comedy and laughter, you know, and I ran across this guy, Henry Bergson. So it's like we laugh more in groups. Laughter is a kind of social correction, a way of nudging people back into conformity. And it's just an interesting way to look at it. Like, what is this phenomenon known as laughter that we only experience as humans? You know, I don't know, maybe there's some animal that does it, but
I think rats laugh.
He also talks about how rats might laugh. Like, so, you know, some of these species need their groups to conform so that they can live longer. You know, you avoid death. Like, if you can laugh at something like, oh, you bumped your head pretty hard there, don't do it harder next time. Another point is we don't laugh when we're emotionally engaged or empathetic. Laughter often requires detachment. So I think that's interesting. What you posited earlier. And so laughter is not just joy, it's intellectual delight in recognizing patterns, absurdities, or contradictions. And so we get that chance to detach. Like, I don't know if when we look at those memes, we're laughing at what we're seeing on the memes. We're laughing at the detachment that it takes for us to exist while looking at something so awful. Hey.
Damn!
Holy
Henry
shit,
Bergson,
Dan.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's got some stuff, man.
Woo!
Look it up, man. He influenced Charlie Chaplin and just modern comedy theory.
Damn.
Yeah. So
it's just like that. Existence is just like this.
memes they let us detach.
Yeah, I think there is a time for seriousness, but more often than not, in my experience of life, laughter is correct in a lot of situations. Like you ever met someone who can't fucking laugh at anything or any other problems? Like, good luck, brother. Good luck being all fucking serious about your whole life and all of your problems. Like, yeah, good luck. See how that goes for you. Like, man, I find it's so gnarly. Like, I feel so bad, but like, people I love I mean, don't get me wrong. I can be super empathetic and hold space for people I love. But if they tell me like kind of some chaos going on in their life, like chances are I'm gonna laugh. Like if it's not devastating enough, because it's just like, oh, I love you so much. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, I hate you had to go through that. Don't do it again.
And I know you'll get through it. So, oh my god, damn, that happened. That's gnarly. You shit your pants on the freeway?
Laughing in my face?
Yeah.
That's why you're always laughing in my face. Dang, man.
I love that.
Wow, Dan, that was like, thank you. Both of that was great. I actually feel fucking better. And I wasn't even feeling that bad about it to begin with, but somehow I feel a lot better.
Hey, what are friends for, Lens?
Hold
on. I'm literally grabbing a fucking granola bar from the fridge. 2 seconds.
Okay, honestly, that's perfect. I'm going to leave Daniel here by himself. I just want to shut my door. 1 second.
Perfect. Yeah, guys. So it is now cookie hour. Actually, it's probably only going to be a couple minutes. So today we're going to be talking about... I don't know what we're talking about, guys. I don't know what to talk about when I don't have these two
talking to yourself,
guys here.
Man? You don't have to be so awkward with it.
Just talking to myself. Hey, and we're back.
It took 37 minutes, you guys.
Okay. So my round table, and listen, I don't like throwing shade on anyone publicly. I don't like bringing negativity, but let's do it.
What's up?
My algorithm the last couple days, oh boy, it keeps serving me Will Smith's music comeback right now, and listen, I know we are cringy to a lot of people, and I get it. I'm cringy to myself when I look back on things. But this Will Smith music comeback confuses me. It feels bad. It doesn't look right. Whoa. It doesn't sound right.
Oh no.
For listeners, if you haven't seen, he's dropped some freestyles-ish, some planned freestyles, and a song called Pretty Girls, and it all just makes me feel awkward, and I hate it.
Oh no! You know what? The internet is sharing in that awkward feeling with you. I'm a big Willie fan. All right,
Me
he's
too.
one of the greats to me. So
Yes,
let me
he's
preface
incredible.
with that.
He's an incredible performer and creator.
It's so many things. I think people are feeling like this release is there's something else behind it. I don't know how much of his heart is in these latest releases. I still see the intelligence in it, you know.
Yes.
Like I'll always appreciate what he does, but I think this is a little weirder.
Right?
Yeah, that's who he is. He's all heart. He's all heart on the line. Like that's what magnetizes you to him to begin with. I haven't seen any of it, so you're saying it's not.
It's just
strange. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
So
on
let
it?
me preface it by saying, like Sam, Dan, Will Smith is one of the greatest actors we have. He's fucking
Big
incredible.
Willie.
And Big Willie style, that record is fucking incredible.
Oh,
okay? That record's incredible.
Yeah. The Wild Wild West soundtrack, that was the first album that I had, and I loved it for him. Yeah.
But the man, to me, it also feels like someone who's returned to rap after not staying fit with it for 20 years.
Oh, hey.
That's how it feels from the outside. Like his flow has not kept up with time. Like I'm like, oh, you just came back for this drop, but you haven't been in the gym of rap for a long time.
It probably would have been spectacular for the early late 90s and stuff like that. These tracks probably people be like, wow, oh my god, he's prolific.
Yeah,
but here in this climate, you're right.
Climate with the amount of incredible MCs that are out there and
artists,
lyricists and producers and also Pretty Girls. He's 56. That song makes me feel weird. I like girls.
Girls. I don't know. That one made me feel like someone else wrote it for him and had but he's not on hard monetary times. Why would he?
No.
I don't know why he chose that song, and also it felt like a little masking. I know he's dealt with people saying, "Oh, does he like pretty girls?" And so he's like, "Oh well, let me combat this by letting everybody know in case you thought differently."
Yeah, don't lean
I
into
like
a
pretty
2D.
girls.
There's a story in my
that feels very
family.
2D.
I was 5 years old and I couldn't say my R's, and and I think there was like a babysitter or some like older girls in the neighborhood that I saw at 5 years old. And I came back to my parents and I said, I like pretty girls. And I literally said I like pretty girls at 5. Couldn't say my R's.
Pretty girls.
And at 56, you just don't need a lyric that
feels
says
the same.
I like pretty.
shouldn't
It
be a
feels the
lyric.
same. It's just
The
like
world gains nothing.
Feels the
from
same.
that.
I like
no one
pretty
gains
girls.
anything. You like
Pretty
pretty
girls.
girls? You're fucking 56.
Dang.
Find a woman.
Now getting jiggy with it though. Nah,
Come
nah,
on,
nah, nah,
timeless.
nah,
Timeless. Getting jiggy with it. Nah, nah,
Bruh,
nah,
he
nah,
had
nah,
some
nah,
big
nah.
ones, boy.
Dude,
Bruh.
I had that CD on a CD player on a Walkman. I bumped that shit. Welcome to Miami.
Yeah, bro.
Bouncing in the club with a heat.
So much.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Listeners, I do not know where my mental health would be without therapy. It is one of my favorite tools to process all the things going on in life. I mean, there is a lot to get anxious and stressed about. Pick up your phone and you're inundated with news from around the world that'll make your head spin. Work is stressful. Maybe your relationships, maybe stuff with family, maybe something in your past. There's a million things that cause us anxiety and stress and might be hard to process on our own. This is where therapy comes in. You don't have to do it alone. There are professionals out there willing to listen, to talk through these things, and to help get you on a better path. And that's why we're so glad to have BetterHelp as our sponsor. They are the world's largest online therapy platform. They have an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews. People are using this because it's convenient and easy to join and easy to switch therapists. So as the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one for you. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Neds. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Neds.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. And listen, he is an artist, and that's how it's gonna go sometimes. You're gonna put yourself behind a project, and it's not always gonna hit. With
I think he
the
could have
people.
hired other producers. I think he could have hired some other producers and a couple people who weren't like yes men to kind of
Exactly.
be like, okay, big dog, maybe not. This one ain't it. Shoot.
God bless you.
Because there's so many talented people who are locked in on the current sound as well. So
Yeah, and I don't know.
if he
it
got in
just
there with
feels-
Metro Boomin, would have been fire.
No, exactly. It just feels like not the right time, and the flows are I would actually rather more raw storytelling flows from him at this point in his life. Not I like pretty girls. Like, no, tell me tell me what it is
that's
to
a
be a
point.
dad and an artist right now, and that you've been in the game so long. Like, tell me some real fucking storytelling right now. Like, I'd love that.
Right.
That would be legit. That
Yeah,
would be
rap your
legit. I mean,
story.
he had one of the greatest storytelling songs of all time. Yeah.
Just
His
the two
story
of
would
us,
be
or
wild
what?
because we don't
Or
know
Fresh
that
Prince?
much about him. Oh no, just the two of us was so incredible. But I was talking about the theme song to Fresh Prince.
Yeah, incredible.
You know, just the minute by minute.
Yes.
What's going on? Yeah. Man.
Yeah, give me a
Yeah, he's
story
good.
of life now, but that's a little vulnerable. That's a little raw. Show me something. So yeah, I don't know.
What
and
now,
it's
is
and
this
it's not
his
me to
gimmick?
say because
Like,
he's
does
fine.
he? Yeah, he'll be fine. But I
Yeah.
wonder if he has a larger goal with it. Like, if he has an album that's like bangers and they all got storytelling, I'd like to hear it. I know that I'm talking about him right now versus somebody else because of the cringe. So maybe he's utilizing the cringe, which is it's a powerful tool. You know,
Yeah, powerful
powerful tool, so
to spiral
hopefully there's
into self-loathing.
No, the thing that was the toughest, the crowd, when he went out, he was in like England somewhere and he was supposed to perform it. That's why I feel like he's on a run with some person in
it's
the
a marketing
background
push,
who's
yeah.
like, okay, this is where you're going to show up and I'm going to have your adoring fans.
Yeah.
And like the fans weren't adoring anything. I was like, oh, what is that about? Like, this is Will Smith. Like, you could have paid people to actually turn up. They're just sitting there just looking at him.
But that's
I
because it's a
didn't think that was
song
a
they
good look.
don't know, and it's not a great song. I saw it. It was Pretty Girls. I'm like, what is happening? So, yeah, I don't know. Seems like a miss creatively, but he will never be kept down for long. And also, let me just shout out real quick. Will Smith's children are actually some of my favorite musicians on the planet currently, especially
yeah.
Willow.
I'm going to be really 100%.
Summertime in Paris is one of my favorite songs. So Jaden crushes. He does a bunch of cool shit, but Willow has become one of the most proficient, beautiful musicians. Dude, she went and studied fucking jazz and true chops before her last album, and it is fire. Willow is like... she's an artist that I can't wait to see as she evolves. Like, she continues to just drop incredible music. So, hey, maybe Big Willie
she's really
needs
been
to
doing, like,
listen to the kids.
I love her Instagram because at one point it was just like these, like, she always just has these like fan drawings of her. I was like, you got such an interesting energy, even from right at the outside. But I just like how she's a little more like insulated than the rest of them. Like, she just feels like she's got this layer between her and her public, and that seems kind of like interesting.
She's doing it right.
Like, in a good way. Like,
Yes.
she's like, I'm not being sort of touched by the machine, kind of. Is what that feels like.
Yeah, she's doing it right, and just being able to create. I can see it. I can see her evolution between albums. I watched her Coachella live stream like 2 years ago, and her live performance was incredible. And then, yeah, her last album she dropped last year, Empathogen, Symptom of Life. What a track, dude. She's incredible. So, all right, the Smiths aren't all down.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. And he'll be down for a week, man. He'll bounce right back.
Yeah.
Exactly. Also, if I had a fucking $100 million, I'll take some misses. Yeah, I'll take some misses.
I
I'll
would drop
Yeah.
a bunch of misses.
I'll cry into my fucking $100 bills. It's fine.
That part, man. That part, dude.
All right. Well, that's my round table.
Yeah,
What you
man.
got, Dan?
Nice. Beautiful. Dan, what you got?
Man, you know what? So after we left Minnesota, a job came up for me down in Atlanta, and it was great. It was great. Had a blast, man.
I mean, Dan, you were on the phone while we were deeply in our event taking
We're gonna-
photos. I mean, I'm sure somebody's got a photo of you on the phone.
of me on the phone. Yeah, I hope I didn't bring down the joy of meeting us. But you gotta keep the business rolling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, productivity, man. I've been aiming for it, but also it can burn you out. If I were a dog, I would be a Saint Bernard because I burn out so easily. I had to. Dad jokes are my favorites.
God.
But yeah, man. He's like, those are horrible. But yeah, so we were in Atlanta. That was good vibes. I was working with Clarissa Shields. She's that boxer, the GWOAT, greatest woman of all time. She has a fight on the 26th, so I'm bringing that up again. We're getting closer and closer to the date. I'm contemplating whether or not I'll go out to Detroit for it because I don't specifically have to film, but we're homies now, so I'm like, I might as well go and support. So that's a fight that I'm looking forward to. It was great to see her in the gym. I can't wait to show you guys the stills from this shoot, man. We got it looking like a Nike commercial. It's really dope.
Dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dan,
Did
you are starting...
like 120 FPS on a lot of the shots, Red Raptor.
Yeah, Dan, you are starting to really have like a portfolio of projects. Like, you've shot a lot in the last few years. The music videos I've seen, you've been making so many of them, and now like this, like a little Nike Clarissa Shields footage. Like, yeah, you're starting to have a really nice body of work there, brother.
Hey, day at a time with it, man. Day at a time. I've just always had the goal to not say no to something because they called me. Oh, do you have a team out here? Like, could you do it? And I'm like, could I? I mean, I'm already traveling. It would be so easy for me to say, nah, I'm a little tired, and I was, but I was like, I can make some calls. I can make some calls. We had done a shoot with DeVito, this Afrobeats artist, like last year, and so I was like, I'm gonna call the same team that I used for that, and I could, like now where I'm at, as long as I can get a good DP, a good gaffer, we can find some grips and PAs and stuff and really assemble a team. So my network feels really, really vast nowadays, and I feel blessed for that. I know the puzzle pieces I need. If somebody wants to work, they can get it and yeah, other than that, I just gotta do a quick treatment and get the job done. So.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, Dan, you got to stop talking to, like, okay, so we finished filming what we filmed, right? And I was so impressed there before I'd even saw how cool all of your post-production skills and tools and ideas and edits were. And then, so I'm telling Dan, I'm like, wow, man, you're really coming into your own as a director. Like, this was so great to work with you. It was so good. And he's like, man, these are just superfluous labels and hats that you wear. Like, whatever. And I'm like, Dan, you did a great job as a director. You've got impressive skills as a director. I'm going to leave that there. You don't even have to take it in off your porch before I turn my back to you, okay?
I'm taking it.
But, like, I was like, dude, it's a big deal. And then, you know, I saw how you, like, edited it and put it together, and I just, like, it's so good. It's so good. And it's so...
Man, thank you.
You know, it's so hard, but so easy to tell, like, a great, simple story. And, like, you make it feel so easy. Like, I know it's hard, but you really make it feel like, oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I know
That's my
everybody
goal.
feels like a rock star working with you. You're great with that because you know you got that actor thing in you where you're always willing and able to stroke the ego genuinely, but you also know like you do have to do a little bit of that to keep the you know
the synergy,
the lubricant going.
Yeah,
in the thing.
you keep a
hyping people
really
up.
good vibe on set with everyone of just like keeping the energy lubricated, keeping it growing
Checking
and flowing,
in
and yeah,
with
it's
people.
good,
Yeah.
man.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a skill in and of itself.
No, I appreciate it,
One-
guys. Yeah, no, I have fun for sure.
Yeah, that's a skill my fucking stressed ass is still learning.
What
Yeah,
the
it's so
are y'all
great.
doing?
And
Get the
you know,
shot.
Lindsay, wrong! Wrong! Bad, Lindsay!
I like where you went with that. Maybe you could do it this way.
it's so great.
Lindsay,
It's
haven't
so
you been
great.
acting your whole fucking life? Well, I can't tell.
Hey, different strokes
what
for
I
different
mean.
folks. You know?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
breaking people into a performance.
Yeah, no.
I might actually show people my short I filmed like 3 years ago. I
You
directed a
have to,
short
dude.
film, and I'm like,
Looks
finally, this giving up, this surrendering that feels good on me is actually getting me to a place where like, oh, maybe I'll just not be so precious and show people this short film I made.
So it doesn't have
Yes,
to be perfect.
dude,
Yeah,
you love it
please.
too. I feel like you really run into that thing of like, you know, that meme of like, or like, just
If it's
make
not
it and then
perfect,
you can make
yeah.
it perfect. Yes.
No, I need it to
because
be
I'm like,
perfect.
you love this craft way too much to like, I don't know, not show yourself or at least
Yeah.
not make more and decide what you want to show. Like, I know it takes money and whatever, but I just, yeah, I think you got to be out there more too, man. You're great and your stuff is so 10 out of 10 even before you even like it's so full of you and you're such a real person. I think like, yeah, put your
Thanks.
stuff out.
Yeah, I have a
good to see.
lot of music stuff that's coming up, and Dan, I'll show you some of the video assets I've created for my music.
Yeah.
It would be fun to not do what I did with Scott, but show you kind of what I created and kind of brainstorm something to shoot with you. It's more just like experimentation visually. What can we do with my music visually that's
Let's go.
not straightforward music video stuff like.
Yeah.
It's more just like
Push the envelope.
Yeah, just cinematography and lighting, like fuck around. Like, how do we come up with cool assets? So yeah, maybe
Let's do
we'll
it.
do that this summer.
We have to, bro. No, let's prioritize it. Let's prioritize and get it done.
Yeah, cool. And speaking of, I produced. I came on as a producer for that short film, The Audit, that I went and filmed a
It's
couple
coming.
months ago. There is a Kickstarter that is live, fans and friends. If you
go.
can even donate $1, it helps us in the Kickstarter algorithm. This is the Kickstarter to fund the post-production, the finishing, and the festival submissions. So we had enough of a budget to film the short, and now we're looking for a little crowd love to help finish, and post-production, as Daniel knows, is a long and expensive process. Coloring and editing and sound design, and then festival submissions is a whole thing. So check out our Kickstarter. I'll put it in the show notes.
Nice.
And it's also in the bio of my Instagram. If any of you out there want to support a independent short film that I produced and star in.
Let's do it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see it.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be it's gonna be fun. It's a funny, weird, dark short.
I love the chaos in the ordinary, and like so any project that is set in an office, I know is about to go crazy.
It is very much that. It's like dark comedy chaos in the mundane of cubicle office fluorescent lights.
Nice.
Well, sweet. Should we get to some fan
Beautiful. Good roundtable, guys.
voices?
Oh, we got fan
Yes.
voices. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, we do.
Let's do it.
All right, let me find them here in my little phone. I gotta scroll. All right.
My little phony.
My little.
All right.
I had to.
Fans, as always, thank you for being here. If you'd like your voice to be heard on the podcast, DM the Neds Declassified Pod Instagram with a short enough voice message with your name, your age, where you're based, and, something.
Why did you say short enough? Now everybody's going to be like, shit, was that too long? Da, da, da. No, just send it. And if we're done listening, we'll stop it.
Because sometimes people send like 5 minutes, and I'm like, brother, I'm not going to listen to that.
All right.
Keep it to 3. This
Keep it- yeah,
this
yeah,
one's-
it doesn't
this
have to be
one's
like 10
2.5,
seconds.
but we're going to listen. Here we go.
Okay.
This is from Jari.
Hi, you guys. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. I really didn't think about what I was going to say, so I might send another one later. I just wanted to tell you a cute little story. When I believe I was 9 or 10 years old, I went over to my best friend Steven's house for his birthday. And we spent the night watching the Neds Declassified School Survival Guide finale, like the last episode of the show. And when Ned and Mose kissed, me and all the other 9-year-olds like stood up and cheered, and it was amazing. And I just want to tell you guys, me and Steven are still best friends. We've had lots of ebbs and flows, but we live together in Los Angeles now. So if y'all ever want to hang, let a girl know. But your podcast, I love watching you guys communicate your adult life and feelings and problems, not just personally, but like with each other on the pod. It is a great example for someone like myself who has a hard time dealing with conflict and like communicating with people. I guess just like feeling nervous to communicate with people like properly without offending anyone. I'm such a people pleaser, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And your podcast has really helped me. So anyway, I think I'm supposed to end this with asking for a tip. So, oh my gosh, what do I even ask for? I just kind of wanted to gas you guys up and tell you how much I love you.
Hey, love the gas.
We love that.
So I guess my tip would be, on the days when everything feels awful and shitty. I mean, LA's been crazy recently with everything going on. So on the days when it just kind of feels impossible and pointless, what do you guys do to just like get things moving and figure out like your priorities and your path for that day? Because I've been struggling with that. With everything going on in politics and in the world, it's hard to not get into like a nihilistic mindset. So how do you avoid that? I guess is how I'm going to ask for a tip. And you have me here on Instagram. So if you ever want to hit me up for Pilates classes or anything, just let a girl know. Love you guys.
Okay,
Thank you
Pilates.
so much
I
for
love
everything.
that.
And thanks for being a part of literally like my whole life.
Thanks.
Okay, we're gonna be some
Her name was
Pilates hotties.
Jari?
Yeah, J-A-R-I.
It might be Hari, but we'll take
Hari. Listen.
I said Hari, but
Harriet,
Jerry,
you
that's what-
are a gem.
Harriet.
No, that uplifted me so much. I'm so glad you
Yeah.
shared that. That visual of all the other 9-year-olds standing up, because I'm totally somebody who shoots up from my seat when something great happens. Like even to this day, I'm like, like I'm up. That is adorable.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
love that. Thanks for gassing us up.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
appreciate that. Man, now what we do to
What do you do when it's
deter
bleak?
ourselves from the craziness. Man,
Dan dissociates. It's amazing.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. Hari, Jari. For me, you can only focus on things in front of you. Like, now when there's an obstacle that is directly affecting you and your circumstance, then yeah, you have to address it, and that can be tough. But you mentioned the politicians. Like, I've gone some years of my life where I'm like, I'm not watching any news. Like, I don't want it. Like, yeah, I need stuff that's new to me and that matters to me and uplifts me. I don't need news that's going to be the blues. So yeah, I think limiting how much you're inundating yourself with things that are far away from you, because guys, there's horror out there if you go searching for it, but you got to look at stuff that you know, uplifts you. And if it doesn't necessarily just uplift you, if it's something that benefits your circumstance, if it's something you that will allow you to be productive, I dive into productivity. And I know that's not the only way. Like, you know, for sure, go on a walk, you know, on the beach, nature, all those things benefit as well. And there is productivity in getting fresh air and stuff that's healthy for your body. So try to find something that you can be grateful for and will allow you to feel some type of fulfillment. And don't focus on the crazy. If you know your mood needs to come down a little bit, just say, like, make a promise to yourself that you're not going to allow the negativity to be your focus. We have to choose what we focus on. So that's the way I do it, guys. Productivity and focusing on what matters to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just want to say thanks so much for just pointing out. Like, look, I just appreciate you as a big people pleaser. I'm also a big people pleaser, and I feel like Daniel and Devon are two people that I have a very specific frequency and relationship with, and I feel so able to communicate, but I understand, like, how difficult that can be, especially with, you know, other relationships in your life, especially familial and whatever. So, like, give yourself grace with that, but I'm so glad we can, like, resonate with you and give you some good feeling where that's involved, because to me, these are my model relationships of, like, how I want my communication to go in my other friendships. And so, yeah, I'm glad we're able to showcase that. And the things that I do, I need feedback from another living thing, whether they're usually like an animal, or, you know, nature. Like, it truly is taking a hike. It's so basic. Oh gosh, it's so basic. But I really enjoy being out in nature, and there's other living things, but usually the dog across the way. It's not even my dog, it's my neighbor's dog. The dog's here now. I will sink into that dog and, like, have his whole body touch me, and I'll just, like, you know, blow into him, like, and it's just so good to get the resonance back of the dog and, like, him biting me and whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm here, I'm good. And there are good things in the world. This innocent dog is one of them. Yeah. And I'm right there with it. So I don't know. Sometimes that helps me. Yeah.
I'll just say to that that thing. I mean, I feel like we talk about it. I feel like it comes up on the pod. I feel like we talked about it earlier. Is like, yeah, I think we are all contending with this as people of, like, how much news do you take in and how much of the outside world, and then what do you do with that if it's making you spiral or detach or whatever. So I will say sometimes I do get overwhelmed by it, and I'll just kind of buffer for a day. I'll just spiral and buffer, just zone out on my phone or whatever. It's not the healthiest, but that happens where, like, I just kind of get flooded, and I'll just, like, kind of be frozen for a day until I sort it out. But I'm gonna, for the tip on how to get through it, let's use a nature metaphor of, like, see yourself as an ecosystem, a living ecosystem. It needs to be in balance. It needs to flow. If you are always taking in kind of toxic energy and not in flow or balance, like, yeah, it's going to suck. The water's going to get dirty or stagnant or stuck. I like the living thing feedback that Lindsay's saying. Like, that's an experience that has a kind of reciprocal feedback of energy. So that's what I look for. News is not reciprocal. It also sucks because I've talked about this on the pod. I'm a little cynical. I don't believe that what I want to happen in politics or the world, I don't believe I have a big ability to impact that. I don't think governments are listening to their people at this point. I think everything's a little fragmented and detached, and they're kind of doing their thing. So it's really hard when you take in all those problems and you have nowhere to put that energy because it's not a living feedback system. It's just coming one way. It stays in you. Yeah, there's no way of effectively giving your energy back to that system. So limit your interaction with that system or increase your interaction with things in your life that actually feed back into you. People who make you feel good and who you feel good, who you give energy to, right? Like reciprocal. That's what I'm looking for. People, places, things, nature, right? Go on a hike. That's a real thing. Even sitting in fucking silence is better than taking in, even sitting in boredom is better than constantly taking in shit that you can't do anything with. That's what I think about, and that's what I'm trying to balance in myself. It's why my relationship has been so good for me, is like, oh, here's a reciprocal energy. We both can kind of like ground each other in something real. Like we're actually here, not just the fucking digital chaos that we're consuming. So that's what I got for you. Hari. Thanks for sending your message.
Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't think of it, and I'm glad you just went with it. All right, let's hear from a guy named Adam.
Adam.
Hey guys, it's Adam Davis from Colorado. I just want to say that I'm a big fan of the podcast. I'm a little late to the show, but I'm starting all the episodes over from the beginning and watching them all the way through. Sweet. But my question for you guys is, what has happened to drivers that I don't really understand what's going on? Like, it seems like every new driver just like doesn't use their blinker for some reason, and it really bothers me because I drive for work. Yeah.
Oh no!
I don't know what's going on.
Fuck.
Hey,
That's
thanks,
tough.
Adam.
Oh, brother, Adam.
The honesty coming through with the honesty, Adam.
Can I be honest with you? I can barely stand getting to the grocery store on the roads sometimes. So I can't imagine having that eternal frustration at work, like for driving.
I wanted to ask, because you're like recently back on the roads, Linz. You were Ubering for a few years with no car. Yeah, how's it been for you out there?
Right? Early 2000s versus now.
I feel like I'm in the rage before my mind has even processed that like something is that wrong. Like you'll be in it for 3.5 seconds and you'll be willing to face 5 to 10 years. You know what I mean? In prison because of the activities that you're doing. And it's like, for what? Like for what? To get home even a minute and a half earlier?
Quicker? Yeah, it's not going to
Because really, I'll wait for a second. I'll wait, and I'll actually time things out. And I'm like, wow, you would think that I was sitting here for like, 10 minutes. It's been 34 seconds or something like that. It's been exactly 1 minute that you've been sitting here. And I'm literally like, I'm coming out of my skin. Like, I almost feel like it's a part of like my mental like reaction. It starts to feel like it's crawling under my skin. And I'm like, that is not fucking normal, dude. And then I'll be like, and now look, like, you're either in a better mood or, like, traffic is lightened up. And do you see how everything's totally different up here? I don't know. My point is that stuff is some psychosis waiting to happen. So get off the road, sir. Get off the road, Adam.
Get off the road. They're not safe, Adam.
Oh, my gosh. But God bless you, because so necessary, like, drivers or whatever, you do on the road. But I couldn't. I couldn't stand that.
My mom is a super aggressive, unnecessarily aggressive driver, my mom, but like a couple years ago, I forget where she must have heard it from like a meditation class or something. She put this little chime on her mirror. It's like this little chime, and she dings it, and it's an affirmation. She goes, "I am a very calm driver." But she'll do that like after raging on someone unnecessarily.
After the rage has happened.
Like, fucking move, asshole! Ding! I am a very calm driver.
Oh yeah. Yeah, get right back into the flow. Hey, no, I feel for your mom because I think we need those releases sometimes. We don't get it elsewhere. Like, you know, the Romans used to have the Colosseum. You could go watch some tigers eat people. We don't have that anymore. Now it's the 405 freeway. I get to yell, rambunctious. As long as you don't hurt anybody. Like, road rage is, like, not cool, guys. But I believe that the road and, like, those old early 2000s Xbox chat rooms really brought out the craziest language from people. Like, I say stuff that is just awful when I'm on the road, man. I call people all type of stuff, and then as soon as I get past them, I'm like, give them a little cheery wave.
Damn, that's worse. At least stand on business.
Nope. Ding.
No, ding. Oh, you're right.
No, I feel similar to you, Dan. Like, I'll contain my rage to me. I don't actually want it on them, but I feel it. I'll be like, you fucking idiot. And, like, I would never...
Just say that
sure they know that they are.
Face. But I know they're fucking idiots. What kills me is slow drivers. It's people in the left lane of a freeway who are going.
Why are you over
the
here?
Speed limit. Fuck you. Get out of here. You're the reason there's traffic, dude.
Yep.
Like, please go. It's the same thing. Do you guys think that? Like, do you guys experience spatial awareness as a problem? Like in people, like. Yes. Walking around you. Maybe you guys travel, so you don't know. But is it like worse in California than in other? I don't know what it is. But then you couple that with being in a car, and people are just meandering. It's like, do you not give a shit about like the entire freeway that you're? I don't know.
They don't.
No, some people.
You're going to hold up this entire line because you're in this exit line and you've chosen not to get over to a freeway. That's the most annoying.
That happens at every interchange in LA. There will be traffic because someone doesn't give a fuck that they're in the wrong lane and now they're stopping on a freeway, to get over. That shit gives me like real rage.
LA, I think it is I for sure second that. In LA, I also feel like people have a different sense of self and there's an ego to, I'm in this lane. What are you going to do about it? Wait for me. Whereas in other places, I feel like everybody's like, oh, no, I got to get somewhere. Let me do everything I need to do to get there. Here, I feel like there's a little bit of ego. But also sometimes these pedestrians be doing the most in these crosswalks. They're at a nice little brisk pace, and then they see a car coming. Oh, let me take my time. And they pull the purse up over their shoulder and just real slow, looking you dead in the face like, you ain't going to hit me. I'm going to get $1 million if
Dan, who are you driving past downtown? I feel like this is downtown.
The same person. Did it sound personal?
Yeah, it sounded like one person.
With the green purse. Every time I leave my garage.
Yeah, dude, we feel you. We feel you on the driver's ed. I do wonder, I'm like, are they teaching them like kind of the flow of traffic, right of way? I'm like, I don't think people know right of way stuff. Why do people not use their blinker? Why do people sometimes swing wide? Like, let's say they're turning right. You don't need to go any more left to
make
right.
your right
your
turn.
Car
Yeah,
will
no,
turn.
it's not how wheels work.
People are bizarre on the road. Yeah, I definitely find part of my road rage comes out as, oh, yeah, you're the only person on the road. Yeah, there's no one else here. Ding! I am a very calm driver. Very calm.
Man. Oh, yeah, I say pretty awful stuff, and sometimes I try to mask my words. I use the word sloot a lot instead of calling someone another word with the I make it
a sloot.
You dirty sloot, get out of my way. Sloot.
Snootin' and salutin', get out of here.
Snootin' and salutin'.
Wow.
Slootin' and tootin'.
Dude, thanks for giving us road rage, Adam. We appreciate you.
God bless, Adam.
We'll do one more and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah, and I'll play the song to send us off.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Oh, here we go.
Hi, this is Amy from Belfast.
From Belfast.
Ireland. I just have a
Irish
question. If you were to survive any horror movie, what horror movie do you think that you could survive from start to finish? You have no extra additional skills other than what you have now, and the only weapons available are whatever are available in the movie of your choice. Love you guys so much. You were a big part of my childhood and really connected me with my younger brother. Thanks, bye.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Survive, would you?
Do you remember when we were recognized? Oh wow, it's getting bad. I'm gonna stop this terrible accent. Do you remember when we got recognized by in Sydney, Australia? By there was like a group of Irish people at an Irish bar, and they said Neds was big in Ireland.
Ireland. I had been to that bar once before with this teaching class I was doing in Sydney, but we did run into those Irish homies and they loved us.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that it aired in Ireland.
I know, I didn't either. So thanks, Amy. Thanks for being a fan from Ireland. All right, so what horror movie would you survive with no other extra skills than you have now and only the rules of the movie?
I would survive A Quiet Place easily and undetected because I would just fall asleep for one of my day naps and I would nap the entire day.
Nice.
And that's it.
A Quiet
And
Place.
I love moving in stealth. So when I was awake and trying to move, I'd be in my own natural anxious bubble moving forward. That's how I move now. So...
Yeah, you just move like the night, quiet, tiptoes, barefoot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ashamed.
I don't
you just
know,
moved through that movie ashamed and nothing's wrong.
Oh, yeah, if you can just maintain the shame.
The Son, did you guys see A Quiet Place 2? The Son in A Quiet Place 2, I wanted to smack him.
Oh my god.
Oh, the kid.
The
yeah,
kid
yeah.
I
who's
thought you
like
were talking about the
afraid,
actual son.
and then he goes up and makes fucking noise. I'm like, what are you
he's like,
doing,
"Yeah,
bro?"
I
He
want
like
some
trips
popcorn.
over a fucking. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Idiot.
Dude,
A
on the
literal
plane,
idiot.
I watched A Quiet Place Day 1 with Lupita. Was that
I liked
Lupita
that.
Nyong'o?
Yeah, Day One with
Now,
Lupita.
was that with or without sound, Dan? Because you did. I'm sorry. Time out. One last thing.
I was just thinking about
What
Flo.
the
Go ahead.
was going on
dude.
with you watching Flo on the way to
watched-
Minneapolis?
It's Academy Award winning. I don't know if it's actually the Academy. I don't know what award it won, but it won a big award. So shout out to Flo. All right,
And you watched it sans sound.
Yeah, sans sound, no sound at all, man. And
I
it's
just
so funny
look
that
over-
your cat's name is Flo, Devon, too. I just thought.
I know.
about
Yeah, my cat's
That is
Flo.
weird.
The movie's a cat. It's named
You gotta
Flo.
watch the movie. It was a great movie, and it brought so much out. I was also on an edible at the time. Me when I fly, I like edibles. Let us know in the
What?
comments if
But,
you like that.
but
too.
listeners, here's the deal. We actually usually, even when we fly together, we never fly together. We all have our own seats. But this was a
yeah.
full flight, and we got booked in the
Same
same
row.
row for the first time. And
know how it
Lindsay
was
and I
gonna go.
look over halfway through the flight, and Daniel's all edibled up,
dogging the flight.
watching
Just like-
this movie with no headphones.
Nothing in his ears, like just.
but fully
And
engaged.
it's an anime.
Bruh, yo, it takes you on a trip. This is one of the greatest movies ever. I learned more from this movie than any lecture in college. This was an amazing, beautiful film. The storytelling was so great without sound. I'm telling you, you gotta
I
go
think
see.
Dan
Flo.
would enjoy the world without sound. You know
Right?
what I'm
if I could
saying?
just not hear people's voices, I would love it.
I think he tunes out half the time we're on this podcast.
I think he
Anyway,
does.
yeah, I'm just waiting for my turn to speak. I'm just waiting. But no, guys, really go check out Flo, man. Because it's, okay, I'm not a super big environmentalist, right? Like, I did the raw diet, and it wasn't about saving the animals or any of that crap. Dude, this movie and the way they brought up, like, global warming and these animals, they start out, some of the weaker animals are running from the stronger animals, and this is me extrapolating all this because there was no sound. But not that the animals were speaking. I don't even know if they actually spoke in the film, so maybe I didn't even need sound. But it was the animations were so great. But this cat is like running from would-be predators. It's like kind of gang of would-be predators, all right? And he's going through these majestic like jungles and stuff like that on a mission to escape them, thinking that they're the biggest threat. But then you slowly start to watch the water level rise. And now there's this new threat, and they almost have to start working together to escape it. And there was just this beautiful story about a subject that I haven't, just loved all my life. Like, I always felt Al Gore was trying to, like, just make a couple bucks talking about global warming. But here I am in love with it, and we got to save these whales.
That
we
whale,
gotta do
though, at
something,
the
guys.
end, that was harrowing.
Yeah, he saved the
I
cat from
hated that.
dying at one point, and then now he's dying. So we as humans, we got to do better.
Wow.
Shout out Flo. I learned all that
It's
in
the spatial awareness.
a 2-hour film with no sound.
You got a horror movie you would survive, Dan? Do you watch a lot of horror films?
Oh, horror film that I would survive. I would. Well, I'm kind of just gonna mention my favorite horror movie, which would be The Devil's Rejects. It's crazy, right? Crazy film. I feel like I'd survive it.
Crazy.
I feel like I survive it because I just feel like I'd never be there. Actually, no. Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, that's a fun one. That's a fun one.
No, I don't know if I'd necessarily survive all these. Dang, those are some rough ones.
Yeah.
Those are just my favorite horror movies. Yeah, on to you. That's all I got.
I think I could survive 28 Days
The
Later.
Human Centipede.
Oh,
You better
28
knock it
Days
off,
Later
Lindsay.
was great.
I think I could survive.
He would thrive. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Goodness. Get in there.
My God.
That would be you.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Like that would be you. Ew. Take that away. That was a poop shoot, by the way.
My God.
All right, move on. What would you survive?
28 Days Later, I think I could survive. The original film, the new one, 28 Years Later, came out. I cannot wait to see it. Danny Boyle, Alex Garland. They filmed on the iPhone. I can't wait to see what they did. Cinematographers right there. 28 Days Later, though, one of my favorite horror films, Waking Up in London, zombie attack. I think I could handle, the zombies are crazy and they're rageful, but I just think I'm good at avoiding chaos, but I have enough rage in me to deal with chaos when it shows up at me. So I could go find my way to quietly find sustenance and a few people I trust, and then stay away from major populated zones. And I don't know. I think it'd be fun to find like a fort or a castle, in London.
Oh, wow.
To
And
survive
barricade yourself in there.
Yeah,
Wow.
just create boundaries against chaos and then like maintain. I think I could do that.
Wait, were those the ones with the
wait.
zombies that ran really fast?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
I
tough
take it
one.
back. I take it back.
Godspeed.
I would survive the Hunger Games. I swear I would. I seriously would just go crazier than all of them. I finally watched it and I was like, okay, I get it. I get what these were about. She has to fucking put herself in a fucking no. I would get it, dude. I would get it.
You get
I
in
would be
there.
ready.
Oh, you're ready
and even
to-
those little children, I would say, sorry. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
I mean, these kids were like 7 or 8 years old, and I was like, "Wow, that is dark."
Anybody
but they went first, so
Yeah.
it's a pretty intense movie. Jennifer Lawrence,
I love
big
those.
I read
fans.
the books. I read the books.
I
too.
like the
It's
books
great.
and the movies. Great.
She's
I think
fantastic.
They got better as they went to the movies.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I have to keep watching because I watched the first one.
Oh yeah, keep going. They get better and deeper and like they get. Yeah, it's good.
real
It's a good show.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well,
And
it was
be careful
based-
because some people are out there setting traps and stuff too. Like some digital guys are like doing a lot.
Yeah, it was based on a Japanese film called Battle Royale that was even gnarlier about like forcing kids to fight, and they just went like just even bleaker and bloodier. Yeah,
Well,
it's a metaphor for capitalism.
hey,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Well-
I'm fine.
just laugh at it, just like the memes.
Anyway, thanks for being here, fans. Dan and Linz, I love you.
Yeah, love you guys.
Fans, friends. We will be at Colorado Springs Comic Con in August. So
Yeah.
if you live in the Colorado area, come see us. We will also be
us.
at Smoky Mountain Fan Fest in September in the Smoky Mountain, Tennessee area.
Tennessee.
And I think we'll be at Rhode Island Comic Con in November. So that's our
Yeah.
convention schedule coming up. Come see us. Thanks for being here. We'll be here every
in with us.
Wednesday. And I think Dan has a fan song to play
Yeah,
us
a
out
quick
on.
song from Desiree from Germany. Here we go. Just play that on out, and we can let her ride. It was a favorite back in the days. Hey, you want to say what? She wants to say thank you to us for being a part of her life. Yeah. Hey. Woo! Uh-oh. It was her favorite. Back in the day.
Back in the days.
Woo! That's my jam,
For
Desi. We
being-
love you.
Thanks,
And we
Desi.
love you guys.
Thank you, Desi.
Love you
Yeah,
guys. See you
yeah.
next week. Hey, let's
Okay,
book
love
some
you.
guests soon. I'm sick of you guys. Let's get some guests soon.
Yeah, yeah, we have to. We'll find some folks.
Love you guys. Bye. See you next week.
Great.